Hey, good morning or good whatever time of day you're at. Um, it is Wednesday over here, and this is our Wednesday writing stream. Before I start saying hello to the people in the chat, I should introduce myself. I never do, so I should. My name is Belle Brooke. This is our Wednesday writing stream. It is a little bit of a pick-me-up stream to get us motivated to continue working on our projects. If I am out of breath, extra out of breath, it is because I am not feeling the greatest. I got sneezed on by one of my kids and they were sick, and it got to me. Whatever this is got to me. So my throat hurts a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I think I could do it. So I was talking to Tanya just now. Ooh, a thumbs up. She is gonna go shower and then we'll jump in. Leah is here. Hey, Leah, how have you been? You're gonna go to the library, but gonna chat with you first. How have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you kind of around Discord, or maybe I'm just not as present in Discord right now because I'm not feeling well. I don't know. Jim is here. Good morning, Jim. I am so out of breath, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm a little congested. Like I said, I got sneezed on by my kid, like right in the face after telling them like a million times to cover their mouth. It's very rare for my family to get sick, but I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Um, it's not even cold outside, and I got sick. What are you guys up to today? What are you guys working on? I am in our first sprint. I'm gonna make coffee, some tea, and then magnesium drink. I'm gonna have 3 drinks with me in a little bit. I'm also working on my chapter outline for chapter 31, which is right the continuation of the midpoint. Yeah, not what happens after the response of the protagonist, but it's just a continuation. And then we'll get to the next thing, whatever that is, because I'm somewhere in Act 2, and I don't really know. I'm just trying to finish this draft. That's all I'm trying to do. This is the baby monitor, and I just realized I'm not looking at my other kid. So it switches. So, Jim says, coffee is being made right now. I need to focus on writing, but I'm stuck at the end of my next video, and it's all that's on my mind. Oh, why are you stuck at the end of your next video? If you don't mind sharing. My coffee has not been made, but it will be made. Leah says, it's been a bit rough. I'm in a dry period creatively. I need to do some job and also start some beta reading. You know, it is like, I've noticed that a lot of people, and I think it's probably because of the season, seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder is very real, or SAD, sad, is what I used to call it. It's very, very real. I experience it too. So what I tend to do when I know it's going to be like that dreary winter season, even though I love the cold, is I have to go outside. I have got to go outside no matter what. Even if it's not sunny, I'm just out there like a plant. Like literally, I will stand there just to get some vitamin D because it works quite a bit. It works really well. But I'm sorry that it's been rough. What are some things, Leah, that you're doing to get you going with creativity? Beta reading helps a whole lot too. I love reading people's works, especially like colleagues and friends. A lot of you guys inspire me to write as best as I can and to keep on writing. Also, good luck on your job applications, Leah. Chip says, I can't quite grab enough shots while on my trip, and I'm having just a touch short by like 20 seconds, so I need to figure out how to fill in that time. You could sing. You could sing for 20 seconds. I don't know. Was your trip when you went, you kind of like disappeared for a few days? Is that the trip that you're talking about, Jim? Araya's here. Good morning, Araya. How are you this morning? What will you be working on? Wow. Oh, so if you guys hear me sniffle a lot, that's a good thing. That just means things are coming out. I just don't want you guys to see that. But I am really out of breath. But I am gonna be working on this outline. But first, I gotta get my drinks ready. And if you guys see me looking down, it is because I'm looking at this monitor. I think my 2-year-old is starting to drop her only nap, which sucks, but they can always do quiet time. I have my notebook here. This is where I do my outline. I don't know if you guys have like a notebook like that where you write all your stuff, but I do. It has all the original stuff for this project, and sometimes I look back on it when I need to find the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing again. It's nice to have. Let's see. Araya says, go to get ready for work and do some video editing. It feels like everyone's doing video editing. That's good. That means I have more stuff to like watch. I've been like I've been putting a lot of videos on my to watch list. I like to binge watch a lot of AuthorTube videos because it feels like a show, especially in the afternoon when I just couch rot sometimes because I'm exhausted. So yes, video edit away, Araya, so I can watch it. He says, missing Ian's singing session in his video. Oh, Ian's so silly. I miss his videos as well. But he did say he was going to come back soon. He is more productive in the winter time, which is crazy to me because I'm not. I just wanna cozy up on a couch with some hot drink and read. So, but it's great. Chip says, yes, that's a trip. I'm very pacing, focus, and let the music be a big part of how I edit. So I'm at the very end of the video and it has to get filled out properly for it to hit the feels. You know what, Jim? That is, your videos are, that's exactly why it does hit the feels. Your videos and the music tells the story with it. And I really love that. So I'm so glad you're being thoughtful with your videos. It's very cinematic. It's like a little treat for me, at least for me when I watch your videos, it's like a treat. So you are very thoughtful. I appreciate you doing that for your viewers. That's really nice of you. Although now that I just typed, I have an idea. Oop, yay! I do play guitar poorly in the video, by the way. Hey, at least you get to listen to a little bit of your song. I ran and crochet more in fall and winter. Yes, I don't know how to crochet, but I am thinking of learning, but I'm still knitting. My knitting stuff is there. Sorry, I just moved the computer. Is over there, but I tend to just read a lot. I'm a little bit more motivated to finish this project because I'm trying to get it done before I go into labor, guys. I tend to like give birth a few weeks earlier than the due date. Don't know. It just is the way it is, and the more kids that you have, the faster and the sooner they come out. That sounds weird, but it is what it is. And I'm trying to get this done before this baby comes around because for about 3 to 6 months, I will not be sleeping very well. I did try to read last time I was postpartum. I tried to read ACOTAR series, but I did not. Like even when I was trying to look for some ways to keep me up, I could not. I don't like that series very much, especially in the third book. ACOTAR is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like Rhysand, the main male character. I think that I just don't like him. I don't find him realistic as a male character. So I probably get a lot of crap for that. But if you like it, cool. I personally don't. I prefer Throne of Glass. Um, when are you roughly? They say March 2nd, but I did not get an ultrasound my first appointment for personal reasons. Um, but they say March 2nd, but I always give birth a week or two before. Always. No matter what I do, they're just ready to come out. So, and who am I to stop nature, right? Which, by the way, with my second one, I almost gave birth in the car because my husband said that we needed to wait, and I was screaming at him. I was like, gonna give birth right here if you don't go to the hospital. So we did make it. It was dramatic, but we made it. So I want to finish my book before my wedding in Eva Araya. That would be an amazing gift for yourself. Also, congratulations. Love, I love love. So I don't know if you guys got that already. I'm very like when anyone like I have my phone, but on Discord, if anybody vents about their love life, I'm like on it. I love love, but I also love giving hope about love because it's there. It's always there for someone out there. So I am so happy for you, Araya. Congratulations. I could make a little montage. Well, that's just me being nosy. You don't have to do that on your YouTube. Leah says, I also prefer Third of Class. Me too. It is more high fantasy than Akatar, which I think is very romantasy, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I didn't like the FMC at some point, and the MMC. It just wasn't working for me. I don't know why. Jib says one of my good friends, Shez, gave birth on the crazy day this month. She's been trying hard to have a second, and I'm so happy. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy for her. Tell her congratulations. And Jib says, congrats, we schedule to hire privately. Ooh, those are good advice. I actually did not have a wedding. Yeah, I did not have a wedding. Prior to getting engaged and getting married to my husband, I had been in too many weddings as a maid of honor and bridesmaid, like literally 2 a year, sometimes every year for like the past 5 years before I met my husband, and it really weddinged me out. Like it was too much for me. I didn't want it. I saw what happened. I saw the stress. And so when my husband proposed, he asked me what I wanted, how I wanted to go about it, and I told him, let's just go to the court. Let's go to the courthouse, invite our friends and our family, those that are close to us, and we'll just eat at home. It was also during COVID, so it was locked out. And thankfully, our city hall here was open. They did have to cancel our original date because one of them got COVID, but I preferred to do the city hall. And I think my parents wanted me to have like a big wedding because my two older siblings, all had eloped or city hall, and I think that's just how we are. Very like we'd rather have it private. But one of the things that my husband and I talked about is on our 10-year anniversary that we have like a bigger celebration. So I hope you have a great time planning your wedding, and remember that it's about you and your partner, no one else. My bestie's a wedding videographer, among other video work, and like this, the man is making pure art. That's good. I do love watching wedding videos though, because it's about the celebration of love, so it's great. I did a city hall wedding too. It's actually in the Office of the Justice of the Peace, which was mid-remodel. I really enjoyed ours because there was nobody in City Hall. because it was lockdown, and I was actually I was actually pregnant with her first because when we got engaged, we wanted to have babies already, and my doctor was like, "You need to start now," because I have endometriosis, a severe case, and so I was like, "Okay." And by the time City Hall opened, I was like already 6 months pregnant. I was like, "Nice, this is how we plan things." Okay, guys, unfortunately, we're gonna need to do some writing right now, and I need to make some coffee. So we are gonna go ahead and start here in a second. Let's see what Araya says. I tried getting there on a map. And a mountain top. Oh my gosh, Araya, that would be beautiful. You can also renew your vows on the mountaintop. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And you can always renew at any time you want. It's like a second wedding. Araya's. Jim says, Araya, well, a mountaintop with me, right? Imagine the shots and just the feels. I want to live on top of a mountain, guys. That is the ideal. That's what we're looking for. Like me and my husband, when we move out of here, whenever that's gonna be, it's gonna be on top of a mountain, guys. That's the goals. All right, y'all. We are gonna start working. Ready to be productive. I'm gonna go get coffee real quick and I'm gonna start outlining. So I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. Okay, guys. How was that sprig for you guys? I got my coffee made. I've been drinking it and I have like a shot of magnesium I have to take in order to. But before I started outlining my chapter, I actually got to do my overall word count for what I have so far for Project BK, and I actually have 56,033 words. I don't typically count my words like overall. I like take it out. I do count chapter word count, um, but that's nice. That's nice to have gone over 50,000. I am halfway, and I have been outlining this chapter, and sometimes when I outline chapters, oh, let's see. I thought, I thought Tanya that you said that my headphones were like, um, you can't hear me, but that's just whatever. Anyway, um, I was outlining this chapter and I just realized that there are some holes that I need to make sure I cover in the earlier chapters. Do you guys do that? Like as you get later in the chapters of the book, you're like, I have to like make sure I cover that in the early chapters. And at this point, I'm just making notes of it. But I have a little dilemma and I have a question for you guys because it's like a key thing for one of the main characters here, the male protagonist. Like he has this prejudice against like giants, right? But it's a prejudice learned from his father or his parents. And do you guys think that people continue having the same values based on what their parents taught them, especially out of like fear and forced submission? Does that make sense? Like I know how trauma like affects the brain and learning, but do you think it's like realistic, guys? I don't know. It's a legitimate question because that's what I'm like thinking. If that's a big hole for this character, and maybe that's something I need to explore a little bit more. I don't know. We don't know. Um, let's see. Tanya's back. She showered and got ready just in time. Yay! I hope you get to like do some productivity stuff with us, whether it's washing dishes or not. Because that's that they went to the library and they have not they don't have the book that she wants. I need to go to the other library. Are they close by with each other by any chance? I miss going to the library for myself. I go with my kids quite a lot. And I want to go today, but I think it's gonna storm really bad. And I don't like driving down the street when it's raining. Like it's okay if it's just me by myself, but when you have two little kids, it's like an expedition, guys. It's like going to Mordor anywhere when you have kids in tow. Oh no, your headphones are dead. That is the worst. That is the worst. I'm so sorry that happened. Cynthia's here. Hi, stuck in during the sprint after breakfast. Ooh, what did you have? Give me ideas for breakfast. But we all know I'm gonna have beans today for breakfast, so maybe I'll add it with my beans. I don't know. Let me know what you had, Cynthia. Tony says, oh no, not the headphones. Everyone's saying hi to Cynthia. Jim said, not bad. I haven't been writing. So this is sprint. I need to get back into the groove. I had to adjust my outline with a quick brainstorm and managed to fix it, put down 228 words. Dang, Jim, you did a lot. Did you manage to fix, to do your video edit? I can't wait to watch it. And Arias too. So says, oh yeah, once you get to the second half, that's when the holes just show themselves because you have to start closing the boxes you open. Thank you, Joe. That makes me feel better that this is like a norm. I thought I did a good job of covering holes, but now that I am closing boxes, I'm just like, yeah, I need to make sure that I mention that. Not even like big holes, it's just little holes, like I need to mention this earlier so that this comes out later. And I knew a big chunk of the first part of Act 2. I need to put more training. I want to have training scenes just to build this relationship between characters, but also to show other characters development, specifically the villains' development, so that we see them. So that's what's happening. Okay, so Tanya answered my question earlier. I feel like it depends on the relationship with the parents and how much the character has been able to become a different person so far. Yeah, yeah. But that's the thing, right? When you have severe trauma, it does stunt developmental things in the brain, because of that fear, that adrenaline that has you going, fight, flight, or freeze mode. And when you're stuck there, you're kind of in a loop until you're able to get through that. And that's where I'm stuck, because I'm like, it sucks because when you know a lot about this stuff, you're just like, but is this realistic? Because this is not a real person. I'm creating a person with this stuff. And if it was a real person, like who is like physically here in front of me, and they come into my office and tell me what's going on in their life, I can diagnose and I could do this and I could find it realistic. But when you're creating this person out of nothing, I have to double check like reality if it's possible. And I do think that it is possible. But since this is the secondary main character, he also has to grow. So this is also his midpoint, and he's going to go through his own like dark night of the soul and all that stuff, right? And it's all happening kind of at once, which is crazy. Sorry, I have a Libby notification. Guys, I keep getting books from Libby, and I have another book coming today. What is it? What do you want? Guys, have you guys watched? Have you guys read Heartless on Her? Because that's what just popped up for me. I'm borrowing it, guys, and I can finish it in 2 days. Damn it! I have to verify my library card. My library card's downstairs. I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, that's my little dilemma here. Like, I want to make sure it's realistic. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Jim says, I believe that you carry your core developmental shifts with you throughout your life. What you do with them is significant, but those core moments of teachings are with you forever. Yeah, okay. You just gave me an idea. You are absolutely right. It is there forever. It is what you do with them that matters. So it's a lot of battling the psyche. Not battling, but not, I don't want to say battling. It is making peace with that stuff that you learned as a child, right? And the things that you're learning on your own as an individual person outside of your parents. And I think that's what I need to show for this secondary main character, who's the male protagonist. And I think I could do that with earlier scenes. Yeah, I almost want to like take a picture of what you just said, so that let me take a picture of what you just said, Jim, because that way I remember what I just said. Or I look back, but I'm gonna just take a picture of what you just said. Anyone else do that instead of like writing things down? So I'm sorry, I'm strange, guys. That's how my brain works. No video editing, just zero drafting. Nice, okay. Well, I hope that you also finish your video editing too. Thank you also for that moment of clarity that you gave me. Tanya says also, Prejudice can hilarious with me. It's a base right, even if he learns people, that kind of thing. Good point, good point. Cynthia says, I feel like people could internalize it in ways they might not realize, even if they have a poor relationship with their grandma. Second what everyone else said too. Yeah, definitely. I think that it stays with you, and it's what you do and how you learn the world that changes those values, right? And Tanya says, I agree. Cynthia, I had pancakes, so no. No beans for me. I did have beans with dinner last time, which made me guys, I swear this baby's gonna come out a bean, like a large bean. Um, you know what's crazy is he said pancakes, and in my head I'm like, oh, I can make waffles, mochi waffles, and put beans and make it into a sandwich with eggs. But we're not gonna do that because making mochi waffles takes forever. Especially since I don't really have a kitchen right now. We're remodeling. So I'm doing everything on like a portable stove, which sucks, but that sounds really good actually though, pancakes. I'll tell you. Jay says, by the way, how are you enjoying your new writing space? I am enjoying it quite a bit. It is a lot chillier in here because there's no carpet, but also I feel great in it because I'm not sneezing as much outside of like being sick right now. But I love it because I don't know, it's like so quiet here. I can go here when my kids are playing in their room and I can be left alone. It's nice. I like it bright. I'm not a fan of writing in the dark, um, which is gonna suck when my son one day takes over this room. I'll have to like find a new office where I can still oversee them, but still have that privacy that I need. Because I could make one of our attics my area or just go in the hallway that we have where it's super sunny and bright, but it does get really hot there. And also our neighbor sometimes watches watches me from her window, which is fine. She's like super old. She's really nice, she's super sweet, but sometimes I see her watching me. But for now this is good. It's not like our kid's gonna move here when he's born. It takes years, so I will take this for now. Um, and maybe I'll make my office in the library downstairs. That is at least what I'm picturing, like a little alcove, and have my office there with the books and stuff to inspire me. But I do need this. Do you guys know this writing desk? They're like those really old school writing desks. They're small, and I think actually Joy Writing with Joy has one that she uses. That's the kind of desk I want in that alcove for our library. So I might get one of those. In fact, I might ask her what it's called. I'm gonna have to like send her a message. Um, but yeah, thank you for asking. Also, thank you so much for answering everyone for answering my question. I just want to make sure that I'm like not that I'm making this character realistic, but also that people can relate to him, you know? Because it's hard. It's hard to unlearn things that you've learned through fear because fear is such a big emotion, you know? Um it's hard. It's hard to unlearn those things. Or I don't want to say unlearn. It's hard to learn something new with that fear getting in the way. Because we can't unlearn synapses, you know? We can't break them apart. They're there forever. They only get strengthened or weakened. Sometimes sometimes I miss practicing therapy, but not always. I prefer the life that I have right now. Jim says my office is in the dining room, technically, at least based on how the house was intended. But the person who lived here before me sealed it off from the kitchen, so it can be an office. Ooh, see, that's really cool. So our old kitchen has become like this open space with like a little alcove, but what my husband wants is to make it into a cozy reading space. He's a big reader too. He just reads differently from what I do. But he wants it to be a reading space where we can read and relax. Um, but it's going to be close to the kitchen and it's going to be open. And if I'm writing, I don't want to smell the kitchen. I don't want to see the kitchen because it'll remind me to cook for my family. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it's just like if I'm writing, like I want no distraction. So that's really cool that they closed it off though, Jim. That's really good. Our house is very open right now. Can't wait for it to finish. And maybe one day I'll give you guys a tour. Maybe in like 2 years when it's done. It's a lot. All right, y'all, we're going to do another sprint. Let me reset this. Whoops. Let's do this and put you up here. And Jim says, Maryland, I have a home that's a bit bigger that I strictly need, so I get to be more flexible with more people. Blessings. Yes. Blessings. Right now our house is spacious, but the construction sucks butt. I hate it. But I also know that it will be worth it. Um, I'm glad that I'm gonna receive help. My husband's gift to me with this third pregnancy and this third child is that once every 2 weeks, some cleaning ladies will help me clean the house. And that is very kind of him because it's hard with 2 kids already, 2 large dogs, a cat. Um, it's hard to clean everything. It just gets dirty again. And it's like I don't get the chance to sit still. Like I'm always doing something. So that's really kind of him. And then our house is getting even bigger, so it's just more. So I'm thankful, and also it comes with its own negatives in its own way. Well, Jim, like good people, like yeah, bad stuff happens to good people too, but also good people deserve blessings. And I don't think it's luck per se. I think that's all the stuff that you deserve. You know what I mean? You worked hard for it. You chose a great wife. You raised your children or child. And that was your action. So I think it's a well-deserved blessing. And hey, Leah got her book. Also, what book are you reading? Um, I have like Heartless Hunter, I'm going to listen to today, and I think I have Alchemize by Sending You coming today, sometime today. So that's what's happening. Yeah. What book is it? All right, guys, we've got to start writing. You guys could chat, but I want to get through this outline, especially since you guys helped me out. I want to write down those ideas. So without further ado, we are going to start our second and last sprint. All right, guys, that was our second sprint. How did you guys do? I did fairly well. I started writing towards the tail of like the last 10 minutes of it because I was still looking at fighting scenes. And Jim and I were having a chat on the chat if you guys want to revisit. He had some really good advice. Um, so I would encourage you guys to look at the chat for that. Um, but it's good. I got like 200 words in the last 10 minutes, just not bad. Let us see. While we were doing that sprint, Stephanie came. Hey, Stephanie, so good to see you. Unfortunately, we will all only have time to chat for 5 minutes here. But I will be doing this again next week on Wednesday, and tomorrow, Tanya, and you can see her handle in the chat. Tanya is going to have a writing sprint at 10 a.m. CST. At least that's my time. But she does a writing sprint on Thursday. And on Friday, I believe Madeline is going to have a sprint as well. I don't know what time it's going to be. I think it's also in the morning. I really love these like sprints throughout the week. I hope somebody does like Monday and Tuesday. I think Anna Robbins does Tuesdays sometimes. It really depends on her schedule. So it's like every day there's like a sprint happening in the morning. And it just happens. And I think Cody will be having a lot of sprints coming up because his novel 90-day challenge is coming up, which I will be participating in so that I can have some accountability to finish this draft. So if you guys didn't know, there's going to be a lot of upcoming streams happening. Jim said, I keep having to go back and edit previous scenes while I zero draft new ones. I'm in the second half of the story, so I'm really underpaid. Yes, it's just, I now have to just keep notes. I'm like putting notes on my draft, putting notes in this notebook of how I'm going to fix those holes. So it just means we're progressing, Jim. That's all it is. Tanya said, did some odds and ends now going through my old spreads in the channel and figured how long I wrote the past 4 days for Track Bear. I would like to do Track Bear, but I just cannot be bothered to remember how long I've been writing. I already have a lot on my plate, so I cannot do it. Oh, Tanya said that I had to reschedule for Friday, actually. Okay, great. What time, Tanya, are you going to do your stream on Friday? Please let us know. Stephanie says that she's central as well. Also, guys, if you guys didn't know, Stephanie has her own channel. And she sometimes does writing sprints, and I hope that Stephanie, that you do one soon. I've been following her for a while. She writes fantasy as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, romance too, right, Stephanie? So she also does like the Wordy Writer Challenge once in a while. So if you guys want to check her out, her channel is SK Dervis. Or am I messing up your handle, Stephanie? I don't know if that was your, because you changed your handle recently, but you guys can check her out. Tanya says, yes, generally Thursdays. Yeah. Leah says, I'm having so much debt on my writing and my projects these days. Oh no. What's going on, Leah? Let us know in the Discord because we're about to leave this chat soon. And if you want to talk, you can always DM me, Leah. Monitors are my job. I know most of you have work, so there aren't many of them, but that's what I said. Me too, Jim. This is why I started doing Wednesday morning sprints because I love writing in the morning. I'm not a nighttime person. I tried to last night with Evelyn. I've been trying to stay up till 10 o'clock to train my body to stay up late. Once this baby's born, only to 10 o'clock because typically newborns sleep at 10, 11 p.m. at night. So I'm trying to train my body to stay up until then. But I love morning sprints as well. I'm most creative in the morning. And I feel so much better when we get that done early. Yeah, that's how I feel with writing and working out after after our sprint here, I'm actually gonna go work out. I'm gonna like quickly eat something and then go work out. What are you guys doing for the rest of the day? Let me know. Like I said, I am going to wrap up what I was writing, eat real quick, go work out, and then I'll be writing throughout the day. You guys will probably find me in the Discord doing writing sprints. So if you guys want to join, let me know. Tanya also loves writing sprints. Stepping out to make those slowly making their way to back to white YouTube. Yes. I'm glad that you're back, Stephanie. I love like your afternoon sprints too sometimes. Those are also good, but typically in the afternoons I'm already like ready to take a nap most of the time. Same time, just right. Also, guys, my daughter is about to come in here. She just woke up. I just heard her. So I'll just check out your channel. Hi, baby. You found your eye mask. Can you sit over there, baby? Yeah. Okay. All right, just face that way, okay? All right, guys. With my daughter being here, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'll see you guys next week. Somebody says she writes romance, fantasy, and contemporary, which I love all of those, by the way. I signed out to the Marquette, so I changed it to Stephanie K. Dwyer. Okay, that is Stephanie's handle, guys. You guys should subscribe. She's really cool. She talks a lot about writing, and she does a lot of sprints. And then everyone's saying bye. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys around the internet. I will be sprinting. So, Jim, if you're going to be sprinting this morning, I will see you soon. I hope that you guys have a great day. Cynthia, thank you for the idea for pancakes. We'll see if I make some with my beans. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.